welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. Okay, today I wanted to show you some of the yarn that I dyed, but because the new dye that I used has given me such an allergic reaction from my own use, from not using gloves during the rinsing process, sticking my hand in a dye bath when I should not have, I am going to wear an oven mitt. It's old, it's stained, but it's what I can find. So, with that being said, I wanted to show you the yarn that I made because it is beautiful. And the yarn now does not give me any problems, but I just, right now, my hand's still being so swollen, so red, raw. I just don't want to touch the yarn just because I don't want to inflame anything that's already inflamed. So, this yarn is beautiful. It does not affect anyone else in my family, and it does not affect me after it's been dyed, but I wanted to be careful just because my hands hurt. So, at the end of me showing you the yarn that I have dyed, I am going to open some Happy Mail that I forgot to open. I actually got an email from someone who is so sweet, and she was hurt that I didn't show her Happy Mail, and I just wanted to, hang on, I'm going to close the window because the neighbors are acting psychotic. Psychotic, I tell you. I literally just opened that. They're screaming bloody murder. I don't know what the heck is happening. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of Happy Mail. I got more Happy Mail. That will be after the dyed yarn. So if you're not interested, you could end the video early. You know, whatever. But I wanted to show it because, like I said several times before, you guys never have to send me any video or any gifts. You don't have to send me Happy Mail. And I feel like the very least that I can do to say thank you is to show you my Happy Mail. To show you, to say thank you in person, to, you know, be grateful because nobody has to send me anything. And shipping is expensive. Nobody has to pay to ship stuff. And, you know, all that. So we're going to start with my Mickey Mouse oven mitt first. Stained. Please don't judge me. I cook a lot, and yeah, my oven mitts are stained. I probably need new ones. But I love Mickey Mouse. It makes me happy. Okay, so I dyed, and this is the culprit right here. This is the culprit where I reached my hand into the dye and touched it. This is what caused the issues. This exact skein of yarn. It is, however, is so pretty. It is the first time I did, and it's a half skeined because I asked my daughter to skein it up after it dried because I was already having a reaction and I didn't want to touch it. So this is what a 15-year-old does when she doesn't know how to skein a yarn. This is my first time dyeing bulky weight wool. This is just 100% wool. It's Christmas colors. It's like old-fashioned Christmas. It's got like some dark bits where it's speckled, and like I tried to like get it to speckle towards each other. And there's like some tans in there. I just think this is so pretty. And I did 2 of those. And I know they look god-awful, but when I photograph them after my hands heal up, you'll see just how beautiful those are. And then, these are my favorite. These are my favorite. Look at those colors. It's like a tan with purples and teals. And see how I purposely broke the purple right there with the hot pink. And then, oh, that's called baby blue eyes. It's so pretty. So pretty. And this one is different. I use the same dyes on the 2 of them. So they are coordinating skeins, but they are not matching by any stretch of the imagination. They were dyed in the same dye bath together, and they will coordinate together, but they will absolutely be totally different skeins because of the way that I dyed them. Isn't that beautiful? And it's soft. It is soft. I mean, it's 100% wool. It's not superwash. It's not merino. It is wool, but it's a beautiful wool base. I think that's so pretty. And I'm proud of them. And I'm proud of the techniques that I use to achieve this. But right now I'm just scared to touch those skeins specifically. Just because of the reaction I had with my hands. Alright. You guys probably think I'm absolutely ridiculous doing this, but I even threw the gloves away that I used in the original dye process in case it was like a latex allergy, which is entirely possible because Mr. Cinnamon and I, back in the day, we used to do janitorial work after hours to get a little bit of extra money to pay the bills. And when we did that, I was required to wear latex gloves, and the latex really bothered my hands. And so it may have been the gloves I was using even, but I just want to be careful with all this. These yarns in this bag in particular, I have no problem touching because these are not the ones that originally irritated me. And I have touched these since the breakout, and they don't seem to irritate my hands any more than any other yarn that is on my shelf. It's just those ones scare me because, you know, just being real. This is so pretty. These are just 50-gram skeins. So they're going to be sold as sets, not as individual skeins because it's only 50. But there's 2 in this colorway. And again, they will be matching, but they will not be, they won't be matching. They'll be coordinating, but not matching because look, I wanted to try, I did 1 skein longer and 1 skein shorter because I wanted to have the striping of the colors to be longer and then gradually go into shorter. So these 2 are coordinating but not matching because you see the red stripes will be longer in this one and shorter in this one. So the color is the same, but the striping will be different between these 2. And you can stripe them together or you can do it separate. So like if you're doing a triangle scarf, this would be perfect because you would start with the longer skein and then you would move into the shorter skein. And the striping would appear to be more the same moving throughout. Because, you know, the shorter rows. But I think this color is so pretty. This was created using red dye and having resists. You see how it almost looks like it's glazed? This is so pretty. There's a little bit of hot pink speckles in there. I just think this is so pretty. It's so pretty. So, we got 2 of those. Those are going to go together. And then the next ones, I really, really, really love. Really love. I don't know which ones of these are going to go in the shop and which ones I'm going to keep for myself because I put them in the shop because I get requested to do it so often. So if any of you guys like want any of this in the shop, just let me know. I usually put them in the shop before I keep them just because I can always create more, you know. Then I have these 4, and again, these are 50 gram skeins. The base is gray. And I did that purposefully because I wanted to add neons on top of the gray base so that it gives it a more oomph to the color, you know, because I wanted the gray to show through and I wanted a speckle on top of it. And so there's 4 of these 50-gram skeins, and these are all worsted weight because I did have a lot of requests for worsted because a lot of you guys don't like working with the really thin yarns. So I have some lace weight in here, but I also have the worsted weight. This is worsted weight, and then I have the bulky over there. But I only have those 4 of the bulky, and there will not be any more of those. Not because of the reaction, just because that's all I bought. So, look at these. And these are all, these can all be interchanged with each other. These are all matching skeins, because I did them all exactly the same. Are these pretty? And to give you a close-up, these are speckled on a gray base. And there was some spread of the dyes, which gave it like that watercolor look, which I just absolutely love. See speckles? Speckles. Let me find One of these is twisted so perfectly you could see like really good speckling. See that? It's all a matter of the way they're twisted. And if you want to see them opened up, because who doesn't want to see them opened up? There is blue and green and purple. And the purple broke into purple and blue, or pink. So, isn't that pretty? I just love this. This is like, this was, I envisioned this before I even ordered the yarn. Before I even ordered the dye, I was like, I want speckles on a gray base. So that's what I created here. I just think that is so beautiful. And again, these will probably be put into, if they go in the shop, they're going to be put into pairs. So I will sell these two together. So just put the two together that look the best together. We'll have another set of the two together. And then last but not least, and of course I have this whole bag that I'm digging in, has lots more berry yarn in it. And I have another bag of berry yarn over there. So when my hands heal up, I'm going to be dyeing a lot more. That may or may not go into the shop. But right now I'm just having fun. I'm testing out with it. This is so pretty. This is lace weight yarn. It is so soft. It is so squishy, and it is so incredibly speckled with blue and pink and purple. Isn't that beautiful? Somebody's trying to call me. Isn't that pretty? It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I got a hair on there. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. And there's two of them. These will not be sold in a set. These will be sold individually because these are 100-gram skeins. And these are coordinating but not matching. Because see, this one's got a little more blue on it. Look at that. Oh, that color's so pretty. Don't mind the cotton tie. Isn't that beautiful? These colors are just me all day long. Purples, blues. You guys want to see it unskeined? Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, it smells good. Smells good. Look at that. Blues, purples, pinks. Can you just see that? It's a beautiful scarf. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love dyeing. I love dyeing, guys. Still got my little zip tie on there. Oh, so, as you can tell, there's nothing wrong with the wool. There's nothing wrong with the... It was the dye I had an allergic reaction to. Wear your gloves. If I even use that dye anymore. If I even use that dye anymore. But it turned out beautiful. It was just that one stupid mistake I made. Alright, now, on to Happy Mail. I have several packages here. If you're not interested in Happy Mail, I completely understand. But I do want to say a special thank you to all of the people who sent me these gifts. To start, I knew this was coming. I got an email from this lovely lady. She sent me a really nice letter. Her name is... That is a different envelope. What am I looking at? Clearly, I need to figure out which came from who because I got two packages here. All right, that says Dawn. And Dawn sent me books. Dawn sent me books. Here we go. All right. She added a little note. She's added some other booklets. And this envelope is completely filled with booklets. That goes over there. See, I put everything in the box. See, what happens is I go to the post office box. And it's always like a little scavenger hunt. Because my P.O. box is this big. So none of these packages fit in my actual P.O. box. But they will leave like a little key in there, and the key has a locker number, and so I go and I match the key to the locker number. And sometimes there's two keys in there. And so I gotta go, it's like a little treasure hunt. And I go find my little locker, and I pull out whatever package is in there. Then I go to the next locker, and I pull out whatever package is in there. And sometimes there's something in that little tiny, like this package fit in my P.O. box perfectly. So, like, I gotta go scavenge hunting, and then I put everything in the biggest container that came, and then I forget what's what. So, Dawn sent me a whole bunch of these little pamphlets, and I love this kind of stuff. I actually search the thrift stores for especially these little, like, these little booklets. I have some of these. I love this kind of stuff. I love old vintage patterns. I like doing the classic stuff, the stuff my mom would have did or my grandma would have did. And my grandma died when I was 1.5, so I have no experience of anything she made, but I do know that she crocheted. See, I love stuff like that. So there's a bunch of these cool little patterns in here. That is cute. I think my niece needs that. Pillow pals. Cute. Hats. Slipper socks. Okay, so all those are in there. Totally cool. Totally cool. And I actually thought I showed all of this before because I bring everything in here and then I show it and then I put it away. Well, I brought it in here, but now because schooling and work is done in here, I moved it off my desk and forgot that I didn't show it. And so I believe this was in there as well. It says to give or to keep, and it's directions for 40 plus iron or pillow transfers. There is mittens, cardigans, all kinds of little patterns. My hands are really hurting, so I can't really flip through that, but I did look through it. And then this cool book, totally awesome. I want to do stuff like that. I'm working up to it, guys. There is beautiful patterns in here. You guys know I love books, and I love learning new stuff. And so I really appreciate when you guys send me stuff like this. So Dawn, thank you. I can't wait to make some of this stuff. Even though there's a couple people that are giving me a hard time about knitting. They don't want me to knit. They want me to go back to just crochet. But I can't do that now. I really love knitting. I love crochet too. But I really love knitting too. And like, I don't want you guys to make me feel bad about loving two crafts. It's all yarn. So, I just got Hirschner's catalog in my P.O. box. And I got an advertisement for a realtor. Why? I don't know. And then I got a box from my sister from another mister, Quinnell. Quinnell wrote me a very nice note. She's got a little upset because Denise from Black Ribbon Studio has claimed the best friend category for me. And she wanted to be my best friend. And she's a little bit upset. But she said she will gladly be called my sister from another mister. And she said this package could have been a birthday gift, but it's late. So it's just a gift to say I love you. Because she loves me. Which is so awesome. Okay, there is some little charms in here. Some little Mickey Mouse is trying to twist around. Look at how cute that is. I love him. I love him. And then this made me laugh so hard because there's quite a few of you that give me little nicknames. Joe from Joe's Web actually calls me her little cinnamon bun. And I believe Quinnell has called me cinnamon bun too. And she sent me stitch markers that are little cinnamon rolls. So, is it because I'm fat? Like, I actually don't eat sweets. Like, I don't. Cinnamon rolls, the only part of the cinnamon roll I will eat is the center part. You know, the very center soft part, because I don't like the outside. But I giggled at that. And that actually made me quite happy to see those in there. I don't mind being called cinnamon bun. Cinnabon, I don't mind none of that. I think it's all cute and it's all for fun. Let's see. There's also yarn in here. she sent me, because she knows that I'm probably one of the very few people that actually like homespun. She sent me purple, and she sent me pink. So, and they go very well together. I'm dropping the box. I'm dropping the box. So, I feel like there was something else in that box. I hope it didn't get misplaced. If there was, I will find it. But, Cornell, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sister. My sister from another mister. Yeah, I should just call her my homegirl. That's my homegirl, Cornell. So, anyway, enough being silly. I got this from Dominique. And she made me a nice little note. She was hoping that not only would it be helpful, but it would cheer me up a little bit because of the whole incident with Miss Scarlett eating my knitting needles and me. And it actually, I was having a bad day yesterday anyway because my hands, it was just, I went to the doctor. My doctor laughed at me, which I can see why he laughed at me because his wife, I told you guys, she does all the yarny things. So the fact that I came in with a yarn-related injury made him have a good laugh, and I'm sure he went home and talked to his wife about it. But I was having a bad day nonetheless because my hands do hurt and burn and itch severely still. But this did cheer me up. It is a little quilted notebook that she made, and it's for all my show notes. Because let's face it, these always come in handy. It's got a cool little tie. It's padded and it feels good to my hands because, you know. But I just thought, thank you so much, Dominique. I love handmade stuff. I love that you guys send me handmade stuff and that you think of me when you're making stuff. This next box made me ugly cry. Now, I got an email from this woman. I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not. So I'm not going to say her name, but if she wants to be known, she can't even comment in the, okay. I'm just going to not say her name just for privacy reasons. She sent me an email saying she watches my videos. She loves my videos. She's not a subscriber because she does not have an official YouTube account, Google account, but she does still watch the videos. And she saw the video about Scarlett, and she wanted to send me something from Premiere, but she was unable to put a gift note in there because I don't think Premiere does a lot of a lot of gifts through their website, so they don't have the option like Amazon to add a gift receipt. And so the receipt actually for all of this was in here, and I'm going to try to get through this without bursting into tears because I ugly cried for a long time after seeing this box. Part of it is feeling guilty because I know how much this cost, and I so appreciate the gifts. Like, sometimes I feel guilty because, like, I don't really have a need for the extra stuff. Like, I can afford stuff. Sometimes I gotta save my money for it, but I think it's the poor kid in me, like, feeling like I'm asking for a handout, and I never want anyone to think that I have ever asked. So yeah, that's psychology issues from when I was a little girl, okay? Part of it was that, and part of it is, at the same time opening this, I was getting emails from Cornell, who wanted to know why I didn't open her box on camera. So I felt bad about that. But also, she was giving me little love notes and telling me that basically she loved me and how much I'm loved and I'm deserving and stuff like that. And there have been times in my life where, and it's still very much part of my psychology, is I don't feel worthy because there were times I was made to feel unlovable and unworthy. So, and yes, I'm itching my hand, like, in case you hear it, I'm scratching my hand's itch. Receive something like this, it means more to me than I could possibly describe into words. And I'm a crybaby, and please, I don't want anybody else to cry, but okay, let me just get to it. You guys know Scarlett ate my entire pouch, the entire kit of knitting needles. Right. I was devastated. It was a sentimental reason. Like, those were, I saved up, I researched, and I really wanted these needles, and I bought them, and I liked them, and I'd only used them a couple times, and the stupid dog ate them. And the set is no longer available as a full set on Premier's website. You have to buy them either as individual needles or in packs. So what this beautiful, generous, wonderful person has done, who's not even an official subscriber, just a viewer, she put the packs together of the sizes of the needles that were in the original kit and purchased them for me. These are the wood interchangeables in all the sizes, basically. And then put in a case. This beautiful organization case to fit all the needles and all the parts in here. So I have my kit back, but it's upgraded, it's better, it's more beautiful, and to me, like, this is way more sentimental to me, because who does that? Who does that? Generous, kind, beautiful people do that. I was completely overwhelmed by this present, and I cried good, but little man was in the back seat. And we were driving, and I was opening the box, and I was just completely gobsmacked. I was completely gobsmacked. And I could not believe, I couldn't even find the words to express what I was looking at, you know? And so I lifted him up, and I was showing Mr. Cinnamon, who was driving, and little man is in the back seat. He's all, Mom, now these ones you need to put in the yarn room and lock them up. Out of the mouths of babes. I said, baby, I know, because the yarn room has a lock on it, so Scarlett does not come in here and take off of my yarn, because she has been known to do that. So common sense will tell me from now on, this will stay in the yarn room with the needles in it, and I will put it on a high shelf somewhere so that no dog teeth will ever hit these. So, thank you to my gift angel. I pray that I can give back to you guys all of the love that you guys give to me. That was not a cheap gift, by no means. And I feel completely unworthy of the gift, but I appreciate it with my entire being. And thank you. It was unnecessary, but I hate saying that because I don't want people to, like, be discounted that they did something so nice and so generous. But I had to show it, and I had to show it now because I want to get it put up before anything happens to it. And I want to use them as soon as my hands heal up. And I think that's all for the yarn mail for the next week, because there's nothing coming to my P.O. box, and that is perfectly okay with me. But I did want to show. I wanted to show, and I wanted to give a heartfelt gratitude, thankfulness to the people who send me gifts, to you that just watch me and just bear with all my emotions and my craziness and all the weird stuff that comes out of my mouth. Thank you to all of you. I love you guys, and I hope that I am worthy of all of your love and affection. I really hope that I give you back even the tiniest bit of what you guys give to me. If it's by giving you a smile, if it's by saying something that touches you, if it's by encouraging you to keep going, if it's telling you that you're not alone, that I'm here. I just hope I can continue to give to you guys just a fraction of what you give to me. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video, and I'm going to hopefully stop being a crybaby. But I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.